What's up, y'all? Welcome to my video, and the Commanders done it. The Commanders have clinched a playoff berth. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. High five, high five, high five, high five. When I saw this game on the schedule, I figured we gonna beat them. I had that game as a win in the books. For those who haven't watched my videos or haven't subscribed, in the beginning of the season, right around preseason, after the preseason, I predicted us to get 12 wins and 5 losses. And this was all if everyone was healthy. Now, you know, there ain't people healthy. We done cut some people, put people on IR. We done got a few kickers since then. But I predicted we get 12 wins and 5 losses. We are 11 wins right now, and we got the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you know Dallas and Cooper Rush beat us, but they're missing some people since then. Now, when they switched it up on us and said they're going to start Penix, I was a little nervous because I know what Kirk Cousins is going to do. You know, in games like this, he's going to panic. He's going to throw like a couple of interceptions during the end of the game. You know, we know what Kirk Cousins is about. Penix, we don't know nothing about, so I was kind of nervous. And, you know, they got Drake London over there. You know, they got B. John Robinson over there. So I was a little nervous. I was like, I don't know what this Penix can do. Despite us trying to give them the game, with all the penalties and flags, we came out with the win. Now, if you go back and look, I think in the first quarter, all the way up to maybe, I would say, a little bit into the second quarter, it was like every other positive play we had, it was a flag. It was like they were trying to keep this game close for whatever reason. Maybe because of the, you know, the rookie quarterback battle, and it's a night game. You know, a lot of these night games, they were like one-sided. You know, so they was like, yeah, we got to keep this game close or something. Got more than 10 yards, got the first down, they let that slide. Then, if we got another positive play after that, oh, that's a flag. Now you in 1st and 20. Now you in 2nd and 15. You know, it was like that for the first quarter all the way up and maybe into the second quarter. It's like we was the only ones getting the flags called on us. I was like, what the hell? It was either offsides, it was legal man downfield. It was always something. False start. But despite all that, we came out with the win. Now here is the no sugarcoating segment of the video. For those who never seen my videos or haven't subscribed to me, my channel, I don't sugarcoat stuff. I tell it like it is. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't work for anybody. I ain't trying to kiss no butt or anything like that. I'm going to tell you like I see it in my own opinion. Sam Cosmi, he's becoming to have a reputation of messing up drives. He's becoming the person that, you know, if something going to go good, if somebody going to mess up on offense, it's going to be Sam Cosmi. He's going to jump off sides. He's going to call for holding. It's going to be something. That's that Ron Rivera era hanging over him. B-Rob. I don't know what B-Rob. B-Rob, he be trying to juke people. Brian Robinson can't juke nobody to save his life. He would try to juke right into somebody. I'm like, he was in front of you. What were you juking into? He'll juke right into somebody, his offensive lineman or the defender. He would try to like hop, skip. Now, it could be the offensive line. You know, offensive line is kind of, we're gonna have to address that in the offseason. We're going to have to get that together. Maybe 1 or 2 players on the offensive line, then we'll be solid. I mean, he only gets 60-something yards, you know, out there about 13 or 14 carries. That's his average. If he get like 13, 14 carries, he's going to get like at least 60 yards. You know, that's just him. He's not elusive. So I don't know why they're not starting Rodriguez. Rodriguez looked like he's a shiftier B-Rob. You know, he can plow through people, and it seems like he's more elusive when he needs to bounce out or something like that. You know, he's a little bit more elusive. Not much, but a little bit more. So we're going to have to address and get like a elusive running back in the offseason. And just have B-Rob come in as a backup. He can't even get a 1 yard sometimes. Now, that might be the offensive line. But if you are a shifty running back and your offensive line is getting pushed back, you need to learn how to maneuver in backfield. I don't know why it seems like I sound like Martin right there. Like Dragonfly Jones. Moves, execute moves. But anyway, now Oz was getting a lot of targets in this game. And at first, it didn't dawn on me why he was getting so many targets. Then it dawned on me, this is old team. So, of course, they're going to try to, get him to show off in front of his old team. Terry had their best cornerback on him. That left everybody else open. Because I was wondering, when De'Ami Brown went down, who was going to step up? Was it one of these wide receivers that they just picked up? Was it going to be Crowder or somebody? So I was wondering who's going to step up. And he stepped up, man. He stepped up big time. In the game before, he got a couple of touchdowns. So I'm like, okay, so where was this in the beginning of the season? Maybe they didn't have any chemistry or something like that. And they just, in practice, they might have worked together and got the chemistry going on. So now he's stepping up. And right on time, because we need this for the playoffs. And they need to get James and Crowder in there more. And we need to get Luke McCaffrey in there more, too. I don't know why Luke, Luke seems like he be open a lot. But by the time he gets open, Jaden Daniels is like running for his life because the offensive line is getting pushed back. But Zach Ertz stepped up. He ain't dropping any passes this time around. So he was looking pretty good. I think Jaden Daniels, when he went in the locker room, either they must have told him or it clicked in him. Because like I said in my other videos, he needed to start running the ball, have the threat to run, and then pass like Patrick Mahomes. And he did that in the last couple of games. He was doing that, using his legs and like, okay, yeah. Because if they don't see that threat of him running, he usually would like pull it and give it to B-Rob. B-Rob don't get number 1 or 2 yards. I'm like, you need to keep that ball. I wonder, do Jaden Daniels look at my videos? I'm sure he probably don't. In the back of my mind, I hope he does. Look at my video. I ain't nothing but this little small channel, so some of the stuff is getting to him. Like, yeah, I need to run. I need to start doing this more. I need to. Yeah, he right. I need to start doing it. I don't know why I wasn't. I was scared because of my ribs. I don't know. So Jaden Daniels like, I'm gonna just put this team on my back. Ain't nobody getting open. This offensive line can't block. They are blitzing me left and right, and I'm gonna just take off running. And I thought he was just doing that to set up the run. I thought for a couple of times he's running. I'm like, okay, he's setting up the run. He's going to give it to, I think a couple of times he did that. B-Rob didn't get anything. He only got like 1 or 2 yards maybe, And then B-Rob would burst and get like maybe 15 yards right here. And then he stalled. He was like, look, we need to continue this drive. Like I said, they need to be aggressive and go for it on 4th downs. And they do that. They did that in the last couple of games. Keep it up. That's what I was saying. That was what was missing when in the losing streak we was on. But I think that came down to, like I said, Jaden Daniels was hurt, so they didn't want to push it. They was probably nervous. He wasn't going to make the throws or make the runs. So in these couple of games, they were doing exactly that. They need to keep doing that from here on. That one hit he got where he got twisted up like a pretzel and his leg was under his other leg, I was like, oh. I was like, oh, no. It's almost like it was in slow motion, like it was a commercial. No leg. It was almost like that. I was like, oh, no, not again, not again. I had a flashback, man. I was like, oh, I'm telling you, I'm sure I wasn't the only one. I'm sure you too probably was like that. Oh, my goodness. I was like, oh, something. It was either going to be his knee or his ankle. But he popped back up. I was looking to see if it was a limp or anything. And I was like, nope, there's no limp. Okay, it's cool. He's no limp. All right. I think that was around the time where they called a timeout, let everybody rest. People were looking at him. And he was like, yeah, I'm all right. I can read his lips. He was like, yeah, I'm good. And he was just, like he was out of breath or something like that. So I hope it's all right. I hope it wasn't just the adrenaline and all of a sudden get dressed and about to go home. Oop, what's that? I hope not. Defense side of the ball. People were excited when Jonathan Allen was coming back. I wasn't. Worried about acting like Jonathan Allen is the beast of the defense or something. Everybody like, yo, Jonathan Allen playing. Oh, yeah, thank God. Jonathan Allen. Oh, he's coming back. Jonathan, you coming back? I'm like, people run all over us when he's in there. We kind of stop the run sometimes when they switch up personnel and during the stretch of the games he wasn't there. We were stopping runs like that. But when he was in there, the holes were open up on his side. They would run on his side. He rushing himself back and the staff, maybe the staff wanted bodies to rotate so somebody can get a rest and have him in there or something. But him coming back wasn't a big deal to me. I'm sorry. Michael Davis, I don't know if it's you or the cornerback coach, but it seems like everybody, they come in, you going to bench St. Juice. If it ain't St. Juice, it's Ian Akanoba, whatever you pronounce his name. Then it's Mike Davis. They're all trying to do their form a version of St. Juice by getting penalties. Holding. Even though you're giving the guy 10 yards, you still holding, grabbing, holding, and then you're going to be like, what I do? What you talking about? That's how they taught me to do it. This seems like that's what you're doing. Wait, that's how I was taught. What? I was doing it all my life. Why are you holding your hands up, throwing your hands up like that's going to change the call? Like you're going to be like, what did I do? And the ref's like, you right. You know what? I'm going to pick this flag up. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, oh my goodness. Everybody is, I don't know who is the cornerback coach, but we need to get a new cornerback coach. If all your cornerbacks is doing the same ish. It seemed like one drive, that's all they got was penalties. It was like, what, 4 or 5 penalties? I don't know if maybe they got a good offensive line, the Falcons, but Louvu was missing in action this game. I was like, what? What's going on? Fowler, he got a couple of, and Fowler, he's getting the reputation too of, why are you always touching people in the head? That's a roughing the passer. Putting your hands up and, and touching them in the head. It's a roughing the passer. 4 times this season. I mean, I might be wrong. I'm just guessing. I know it's at least 3. Defense is going to be our downfall. Offense, we got to just score a lot of points. Defense, y'all bend, but y'all don't break. Give y'all that. But every time y'all bend, we got to score more points. Special teams did pretty good. Kicker made his kicks. Thank God. And thank God they had one of our old kickers miss that field goal because I thought it was going in. I was like, yeah. Soon as it went up, it was straight down the middle. I was like, yeah, see? I was like, oh, too many penalties. Then I saw he missed it. I was like, oh, okay. I saw a video where it was Falcon fans at a bar. They thought they won the game. They was like me, thinking they won. I was like, they was cheering and everything. They wasn't even paying attention to the TV after they started cheering. They was like, yeah, cheering, everybody. I was like, y'all need to look at the TV. Y'all missed it. They were, at least for a minute. They were cheering and high-fiving and dancing and everything. I was like, y'all ain't looking at the TV? Thank God that we got the ball in overtime first. I don't think that defense would have held up. And it seemed like we wasn't blitzing him like we should. Either they were picking up the blitzes or we wasn't blitzing them. I was like, I think they got a couple of sacks. But he had too much time. More time than Jaden Daniels sometimes. Penix, he did pretty good. Now, I'm glad he is a rookie and he's overthrowing a lot of times. That his receivers beat our cornerbacks and he overthrew them. At least 4 times. I was like, oh, whew, I'm glad he missed that. I'm glad he overthrew that because they were getting burnt. Left and right, they were getting burnt. So now Kirk Cousins probably them long ones, he probably would have connected with some of them pass interference. It wasn't a pass interference on Chin. It was one call. I was like, oh, I'm glad we got away with that one because that was pass interference. Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. He wasn't even looking at the ball. Dude was going up to catch it. He wasn't looking at the ball. He just, all over him at first and then hit the ball out. I was like, no flags. Woo! Okay, cool. I think that's when they was trying to drive and getting to overtime and they mismanaged the clock or whatever the hell. I'm glad they did that too. I'm glad they know when to call a timeout. So, a lot of games, it comes down to luck and people on the other team not doing what they're supposed to do. And we having Jaden Daniels. That's basically what it came down to in a lot of these games. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all thought, what y'all think of my assessment of the game. Anything you want to chat about in the comment section, let's do it up. All right, y'all, that's it for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.